Test, test. Hey guys, thought we would do a public little Stratucation today. We do these every Wednesday at Stat, and I haven't been live in a while, so thought we would do that. And I just kind of want to talk strat stuff, in particular two stocks, which would be Tesla and AMD. I wanted to kind of start actually with AMD and how we do our analysis, our top-down trading, how we determine time frame continuity, and all the fun strat things. So, you know what? We're just going to remove. No, I don't want to remove everything. I don't want to remove my targets below, but I'll remove the stuff that we're going to mark out. Why didn't that delete? There we go. So let's first of all make the screen big so everybody can see. Nope, wrong button. So what we're going to do, especially when you get a new year, you want to start at your yearly charts, and it's only something you obviously have to do once a year, right? You mark your trigger if you have a potential trigger. So this is the AMD yearly chart, and you can see that we ended last year, 2024, with a big shooter after hitting new all-time highs, because the previous all-time high was obviously at 164.46, and we hit a new all-time high. So we want to mark our higher time frames first. It's just how you want to do things. It makes it so much clearer when you're in the charts in the lower time frames. So we're going to mark this because it is relevant since we close near the lows. It would make sense that we are closer to going 2 up. This is a 2 up, even though it's red, 2 down. So we want to mark that. So yearly trigger. So I have little templates made. So that's our yearly trigger. Okay. And then the next, I mean, you can go to the 6 month if you like. You had a 6-month reversal before we even got a yearly actionable signal, because this happened in 2024. So you had this is a shooter as well. So you had a 6-month 2 up, 2 down reversal, which set up the yearly 2 up, 2 down reversal. But we are looking at actionable signals for the year. You can go down to the 3 month. Well, we're going to stick with 2025 because this is what I'm wanting to talk about. So that's our yearly level. Monthly, we didn't have an actionable signal to enter the yearly actionable signal because this is a 2 down, 2 down continuation. Now, if you were short previous to 2025, you can see you had a 2 up, 2 down monthly reversal there. And it worked, and that is what set up the yearly reversal. So we're not always, well, how do I want to say this? We also take signals that we know can set up potential other signals. So for instance, if this 2 up, 2 down hits magnitude, which it did, because that was your monthly pivot low magnitude, knowing that, and looking at the year, you would say, oh, well, this is setting up a 2 up, 2 down yearly reversal, right? But still not what I want to talk exactly about, but this is all strat. So we're just kind of talking all strat. Gonna delete that as well. Now we're gonna go down to the week because the AMD weekly was really high on Alex and I's watch list for this week. And the reason, oh, hold on, let's go back before I get into that. Okay. 2 up, 2 down. The yearly target, this is going to probably freak people out, but is 60. That's T1. Target 2 is 54.57, which I know sounds crazy coming from 227.30. But that's the yearly target. Now, that's not the magnitude. The magnitude is from trigger to target, but still a 53% drop as long as we can stay below our yearly trigger of basically 118, we'll call it. So what you can do, and what we do, that sounded funny, do, you can, if this helps you, I mean, if you're marking your charts properly, you don't really need to do this, but if you want to draw your take action window, which is basically your magnitude, so from your trigger to your target, and then extend it out, this box represents when it's good to be pressing buttons and taking lower time frame actionable signals, because it's ensuring that you are in force, which we are because we're below the 117.90 and we haven't hit our magnitude yet. So anything in here is fair game, whether it's a monthly actionable signal, whether it's a weekly or a daily. You can be adding to your position as long as you're in this box. So with that being said, what do you see here? We have an inside. They tried to go inside and up last week, but you can see they obviously failed to do that. Because we came back below our in-force level and we changed continuity. At one point, this was green. Then once we got back below the open, we changed continuity from green to red. And if you know anything about the strat, which I imagine most of you do, you know what this setup is. This is a 1, 2 up, 2 down reversal, also known as a rev strat. So the upside failed, but as you can imagine it would, the year is still in force because we're still in our box, right? So we have red time frame continuity on the year. And so we would be looking for actionable signals back down to confirm the year. So the setup was short below 110.43. And our immediate target was to make a new low because that is the rev strat target. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you go on my pinned post on Twitter, you can get the strat combo sheet. Actually, here, hold on. And it looks like this. Trying to find the rev strat. Here you go, right here. See this? 1, 2 up, 2 down. That's the target. And you can clearly see it's literally exactly what happened, right? So inside bar, 2 up, that didn't go anywhere, didn't hit magnitude. Again, because we have red time frame continuity on the year. 2 down, you short here, right? Right below this candle. Target. I mean, that's pretty much as clean as it gets, and beautiful example. So you have all year. So now you create a winning position. You've created a winning position. Let's see, where's the short tool? Takes me a second. I don't use this very often. Jeez, hold on. Aha. So you could have a stop that tight. So it triggers. You can have a stop up here at the high where it triggered. Targeting all of the yearly magnitude. And you can add to it. So this is a 74 to 1 RR. Now, if you wanted to be a little looser with your stop, not as awesome, or you could do about 50% of that candle. But you see, so you can start your initial position there and then add to it. And this is also a good example of we don't want to be the first one in to yearly signals, because if you were, you would have gotten in here because that's when the year first triggered and then instantly against you, right? So what you could have done is waited for this, a 2-2 reversal. Two up, 2 down. So we look for setups that can reconfirm or lower. We look for lower time setups that can reconfirm or re-trigger the year. So this would be a re-trigger of the year, and this would be a confirmation of the year. And it would be a re-trigger because we are re-triggering that purple line. And this is a confirmation because we are already in force on the year. So does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions on that? Like re-triggering or reconfirming? Because the year already triggered here, right? But again, we don't, this is the exact same setup, I think. Hold on. Oh, no, this is actually a 2 down. It looks like an inside bar, but it's a 2 down. But 2 up, 2 down. This was a little trickier because it did gap down. So they closed up here and then gap down here. But there is still ways in there. You just have to find them. Four-hour. That was pretty tricky, that one. Because it, like I said, it did gap down. And then it even came back up. That's not a great example. It's, you know, sometimes it's not always. Yeah, it is. But that's what you can do. And then you can even look like we have an inside day for tomorrow. So you can even look to add to your position tomorrow. Because you're in from here. The weekly trigger. Again, your stop would be there. So say you start a position here, you add here, and then you continue to add as long as it's still good, and maybe until you get like a weekly reversal, or you just keep it at break even. But yeah, good stuff. And people are going to freak out when this yearly hits magnitude. They're going to be like, no way. And we don't prefer, so inside bars and continuations. Those are continuations. They're more momentum. We really prefer corrective activity. So like a 2 up and then a 2 back down. It's preferred, but not required. And then you just have to have your stops in place, because if this 2 down doesn't go anywhere, you might have to stop out of your ad and then wait for corrective activity. So in TA terms, basically a bear flag, which I don't like to say because Rob hated when I said that, but I try to make it relatable to, you know, not just strat traders, right? So, okay. If nobody has any questions on AMD, yep, TTOs. TTOs. And see, a lot of people will look at this chart and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna take the long," because they see an inside bar and they want to just trade the strat sheet. This is not what you want to be doing, because it's almost guaranteed that this is not going to hit magnitude, because we are not in a bullish environment. We are in a bearish environment with this chart. So you only want it to go up a little bit and then the following day smack it. Thank you, Aaron. If you can use shorter time frames for your stops if you're trying to milk the most out of it and more so day trade it, or if you're trying to swing this for the year, you don't need to use the lower time frames. If you want to just stick with the weekly, you can just stick with the weekly. So just FYI, the next magnitude is down here at 93. So as long as you keep going 2 down on the weeks, you're good, right? But say 1 week you get an inside week and then it goes 2 up. Maybe you take your profits there and then look for another weekly actionable signal, because you've already made all this. What, I don't know what that would be. You've already made, say, 11.5%. So you can look to, there's not one way to do it. So you can look to take partial off. You can look to exit fully and then wait for setups. Or you can just keep your stop up here around break even and then look to add if it goes back down, which it should, because again, the year is in force. And apparently AMD sucks now and Nvidia is the best, because it's, Alex was telling me this today, it's like more expensive for, I don't know anything about chips and really what they do, but it's more, he said it's more expensive for the people to get like free AMD chips as opposed to buying Nvidia chips, which is why Nvidia has been stronger. Again, I don't know anything about the fundamentals of this stuff. So, but we got the year in force and we are bearish on AMD, and the weekly setup already hit magnitude, but there's no reason to exit because it's still good. And I'm going to delete this box because, again, if you have your charts annotated properly, you don't need the box. And I hate the box when I'm in the charts. It drives me crazy. I don't like that gray looking screen. But you know, if your year's in force, your yearly magnitude's down here, so you know you're good. So there's actually been 2 entries into AMD. Okay, let's talk about Tesla. What is happening and why? Nope, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so that was the, here, we're going to do previous all-time high. Okay. What do we know about all-time highs? And I don't know if I said it already, but thank you. Say hey kid. Appreciate that. What do we know about all-time highs? They are potential exhaustion risk. Now, it doesn't mean that the stock is going to reverse, but it has the potential to reverse because there's no more shorts to be short against. So anybody who had been short Tesla since back here, November 2021, and all of this time, right? They just got stopped out when we made a new all-time high. So that is what puts us at exhaustion risk. Now, it's just that, it's risk. If you don't get a reversal, it's still good. Tesla could have kept going up, but it didn't. What did it do? In January, we got an inside month. What do we know about reversals? Where's my one screen? Crap, I think I got rid of it. I'm going to show you. Hold on. What do reversals look like? Two up, inside, boom, two down. Is this an all-time high exhaustion reversal? It is. Did it already hit monthly magnitude? It did a long time ago, but it's still good. It's still going. Okay, so we know what reversals look like. So that's what you got. You got Tesla inside and down. What does the quarter look like? Still inside quarter, but we're getting a lot closer to triggering the 2 up, 2 down quarter. And if that happens, that'd be crazy. We might trigger the year. But you can see Tesla back here, we made lower lows back there. And then you got your 2 down, 2 up reversal. It did its job. It made new all-time highs. Then we don't know. Then we got to look at the lower time frames and see what's going on. So let's look and see in the lower time frames if there was a weekly reversal, which I don't remember. There was. It just didn't do anything at first. Hold on 1 second. Let me do the replay mode. It's a little easier for me to find where I'm at. Okay, so the month closed and we had this level here. Same thing, 2, 1, 2, down. It did not go anywhere. It didn't do anything. Also because it gapped down a little bit, but it didn't reverse on you. How do I play this thing? I'm so bad at this. No. How do you play it? Aha. You could have entered here trying to trigger the month. So using a weekly to trigger a monthly. God, this is like... Okay, so that weekly triggers the month. This is a major target because it's, I know it might be hard to see, but it is a pivot low. You'll see why that's important in a minute. Here, this will help you. See how this candle's low is lower than that one? So this is the monthly target at 326.59. Okay, we're going to let it play out some more. Another 2 down. Boom, hits target. That target is temporary or short-term exhaustion risk. And that's where, if you're looking, and that's again, that's the monthly target. So if that's all you were going for, that's where you would take profit or partials, at least if you're in from here. And then let's keep playing. So at exhaustion is where you can expect reversals and profit taking to happen. That's why it's so important that we know about them and we mark them on our charts. We're going to keep going because it gets even better. So people are like, oh, I want to buy the Tesla dip, because we did go 2 down, 2 up. But I want to show you what happened when that happened, okay? Okay, we're going to stop the replay mode because I want to show you. So it did go 2 down, 2 up, and this was at exhaustion. So again, you would have wanted to take profit there because that's a major target because it's a pivot low. Okay, so we're going to go into the daily time frame. Because what I want to show you is, and we even took this little scalp at Stat, which was the daily to trigger the weekly, because we were playing for a potential exhaustion reversal, which you technically could have entered here because we were at downside exhaustion. We hit our magnitude. So you had inside and up, 2 up, inside. Then we had the weekly 2 down, 2 up reversal. So this was a little scalp, but the day to trigger the week, which it did do, it just couldn't stay in force. And I was just talking to somebody on the last Stratucation class because they got in Tesla and they were concerned because we closed below the weekly trigger. And I said, well, technically it's still good because you haven't reversed, but I go, the second you reverse, you have to get out. So this was the exit. This is, again, if you remember the first little picture I showed you, it was a bearish rev strat, inside, 2 up, 2 down. And when that happens, you're negating the weekly trigger. So first of all, you're no longer in force and you're getting a reversal. So even if you took this long this day, you got to get out of it and flip short the next day, because this is clearly telling you that the weekly buyers are not here and we are going back down. And what's your first target? A new low. And we got a new low. And you can see, again, that's where they took profit. And we were talking about this also in the room, that 325.10 was downside exhaustion for Tesla. But if you're swinging, you're still good as long as the day doesn't reverse against you. So you would have entered on this day 2 down. Okay, then the next day you're still good. There's no reversal. So you can just kind of trail your stops. If you're swinging, this is what you want to do. Every day when the candle closes, trail your stop down. So this day closes, this day opens, move your stop down. So now you have at least this much profit, 1127. Move it down, still good. Today, closed, still good. So from that failed weekly 2 up, 2 down, you're good for like $45. And it's still at the lows, again, closer to going 2 down continuation day. And I'm going to remove that because we already hit that target. You got 2 targets here. And then a gap, but still good. Because why? Let's go back to the monthly. All-time high, inside month and down, exhaustion, reversal. With a full time frame continuity. You got the month is red, the week is red, the day is red, all the lower time frames are mainly red. You can look to add on any of the TTOs. So there's a nice one. Corrective activity, back down. Inside and down, hits new low of day. Then this would be a new day where they open. This one might have stopped you out, but you're still good on this one. Here you go. Another bearish rev strat, inside, 2 up, 2 down, short it, still good. Oh, Elaine's here. Hi, Elaine. Sorry, I didn't see you. I'm really behind on I was just chatting, talking. Risk their money means you've already created a winning position and you're already in profit, so you can just add to it. Or if you've already locked in money, you can try and get a re-entry. Like say you took this Tesla and say you're more of a day trader. So you take it here and then you don't exit until you get a 60-minute against you, which happened here, which that was awesome because it went down for 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10. It went down for 10 hourly candles in a row. So then with absolutely no sweat. So you've made $32. So do it again. Even if your stop is the high of that candle, you've made $32 and you'd only be risking 4.5. This would be a lower time frame TTO if we were to look, probably on the 15, maybe 5. Yeah, so see how they made a slight higher high to that one? It's just a TTO, so, or basically broadening formation. So they take out the highs, come back in. Where are we going? The lows. NQ. NQ is a good one. I like it for tomorrow. This is your major pivot low. That's what we're targeting. And then this one's right behind it. So for tomorrow, we want to see inside day and down. Hopefully we get all that. And then a third one right behind it. I would love it if we did that. But that's where we're trying to go. So your broadening formation would look like slight higher highs. We're looking to make a lower low to this one, and ultimately that one. Because this is our range. Swing low, swing high. Talk about this all the time. what happens when we fail one side of the range? Where are we looking to go? The other side to finish our Browning formation. Nvidia chips like 40K. What? Whenever I play dominoes, I set stop loss to break even when the second setup gets triggered. Is that wrong to do, or is it okay? No, that's totally fine. Break even. It's the best place for a trader to be. When hunting twos that are starting to go 3 on the day or 60, what lower time frame do you use? Also, how much do you factor in the higher time frame continuity on those? I mean, you can use any time frame. You can look here. We can go back. So if you are paying very close attention, you can, this is a range, right? So we would have preferred the hammer to a new all-time high, but you didn't get it. It triggered and then instantly fell back in. So this, if it triggers and falls back in, your take action window becomes the previous range, which I just drew. If you remember, I drew this box and then failing the top. So we're looking to take out the bottom, and then it just kept going. It gave you an extra target that day. But let's look at the 15. Right there. So they triggered the hammer day, and then what happened? You instantly got a 2 up, 2 down reversal. 2 down, 2 down, 2 down, 2 down, 2 down, 2 down, all the way to magnitude. What happened at magnitude? Profit taking. That's where you're supposed to take your profit, because you knew that outside day was your target, right? So that's when you can expect profit taking, reversals. So you had absolutely no drawdown at all and made 273 points just using the failure to stay above in a reversal. And also, this is rather pivot machine gun-esque on like a 30 or 60-minute chart. Well, especially through here. Not so much in here because it's sloping the other way, but this is an uptrend, which means it's like a 60-minute pivot machine gun. Nvidia, we can look at Nvidia. Well, Nvidia took out last year's high by just a few cents. So potential for outside year, probably not, but that's a lot to go. But we already went outside month. If you were in stat, once we were up in here, you knew we were coming down here. Again, same principle. See how we ticked up first and then came back in. So again, that's your range, and we know how outside bars happen. And you don't need to wait for the 50% rule. You can take it as soon as you see a reversal, which happened actually on a gap up. So they gapped it up, fell in. So here is another potential outside day trade. Gapped it up. Where are we going? At least down there. And I think they made it down there. Like I said, it took an extra day, but pretty good. Then 22222, exit there. Let it set back up again. It just went up, 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 up. Here's your another potential 3, because it started as a 2 up. It gapped up, right? Took out this candle's high, started coming back in. And then you hit your magnitude. See this box? This box was your outside month magnitude and also quarterly trigger, which instantly got negated, which is fine because you already went outside month. And Rob would always say, once we go outside month, then we don't know, because its job was to go outside month, which it did do. We actually, oops. We actually also traded it this day. I'll just use this line. Where was the magnitude? I'll use this line because we're at downside exhaustion because we hit outside month magnitude. 2 down, 2 up reversal, magnitude, hit. Then I didn't trade it this day, but Alex added on this day. And then 2 up, 2 up, 2 up. Reversal against you, cut. Now it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to gauge Nvidia right now because we already went outside month. That's outside month. And now we are literally diddling in the middle of the outside month. So I think we do have a weak in force, which did hit magnitude, but we'd actually, I guess tomorrow, since the 2 up did not hit daily magnitude today, we'd prefer, see, I hate this gray box. We'd prefer a 2 up, 2 down. And then you'll notice also, see this pink dash line? That's downside exhaustion because this is a pivot low. So it hit magnitude, and then that's where profit taking happened right there, right? 125 exactly. We hit a low of 124.44, and then they started taking profit, but they took profit where they were supposed to, which is where you guys are supposed to if you're, you know, being good about taking profit at your targets. And again, pivots are major targets. But now, and anybody who traded or gambled on Nvidia earnings is going to be pissed because they were supposed to move $13. 13, I think it was like 13.33 in either direction. And we're flat. We are pretty much exactly where we closed. So IV Crush is going to get everybody. That's why we don't play pre-earnings. We will play after it. If it like were a gap up tomorrow, if it gapped up and started coming back in and going red, we'd look to play for an outside day. If we open where we are right now, we're looking for the 2-2 back down because, well, the month is not red, but the daily didn't do it. So we'd look to take it back down. But this is not super high probability just because we're in the middle of our outside month now. Florida life is the best life ever. Oh, ads are great. They pay for coffee. Let's see. Let's look at SPY. SPY was really nice too. I'm just going to start at the top. What do you see? So this is the all-time high. We make a new all-time high. What happens? Reversal. All-time high exhaustion reversal. What are we targeting? That and that. And did we get it? We did. And then you'll see also that's where the profit taking happens, because that's where it's supposed to happen. This is downside exhaustion. Anybody who had been long through all of this and for some reason was using this pivot as their stop just got taken out. Anybody using this pivot as their stop got taken out. And that's your burning formation. Boop. Because why? Again, here's your range. Pivot high, major swing low, drag it over. If we fail one side of the range, where do we always say we're going? The other side. So that's your broadening formation. Just connect the dots. Does that make sense? This in here didn't count because we did not make a new high. This is what we call stuck. So all of this was stuck inside this range or leg, if you want to call it a leg, whatever, but swing high, swing low. It's not until we breach it, and this is why we are the opposite of breakout traders in this sense, because people who want to go long at the all-time highs and then we get a reversal, they're screwed. They're in for what, 1-2 days, and then they're at a loss the very next day, and then major loss days after. Ouch. Hi, Sand Dollar. Sand Dollars living the beach life, I'll tell you what. Ow. Hughes, I don't think was as clean. And sometimes they're, no, yeah, it was. Q's made a new all-time high. Same thing. Basically same exact thing. So we've made a new all-time high. Up, up, up. 2 ups, right? Can't short. Still going up. When does that change? Right here. 2 up, 2 down reversal. We are failing the range. Where are we looking to go? Okay, where did profit taking happen? Where it was supposed to. At 5, 10, 15. And then they tried to go 2 up today. It just didn't work. You could have attempted to take that long, but you would have seen you would have also had to have gotten out really soon. Let's look at the, trying to find a clean. There you go. So here was the 2 up day. What is this? Is that a 2-2 reversal? It is. Where's target 1? This pivot low. That was a bad drawing. This pivot low. Did it get there? It did. And then that was all for the day. It didn't get back down here, which is fine. You got to know you have two major targets, pivot low, pivot low. Strat's fun. Hi, A. Langer. That's awesome. It says, hi, Sarah. Thank you for all that you and Alex do. I've learned so much from you both ever since discovering your channel a couple years back, feeling my all-time best with trading currently. That's really awesome. Yes, broadening formations, that's all it is. It's just kind of blending candles together for compound outside candles. I was even talking about this yesterday. We had this candle. We failed to stay below it. And we were trying to trade this up, which was a big ask yesterday, but so that these bars would become an outside bar of this. And it did do it. It just took today to get it done. But all these bars are an outside bar of that bar because we failed to stay below that low and we were at downside exhaustion. So we can expect reversals to happen here. That's all broadening formations are, is lower lows and then going back through the range. Higher highs, going back through the range. We just ran out of day and we had Nvidia earnings after hours. So, and sorry, excuse me. And you had an inside and up against. So even if you were trying to hold, you would have had to cut at end of day when it went 2-1-2 back up. You would have wanted, again, to take partials there. And then you would have had to cut from there. Just keep practicing, seeing it, know what reversals look like, know where your major pivots are. So you would have partialed there at 529, and then you would have got stopped out for 386 on the rest, on that inside and up on the 60. Yeah, we're just always looking for compound outside bars. That's basically what we do all the time. Like I can see one, you got this, all that stuck inside until what? Here. There's your compound outside bar. It's just being able to identify ranges and then knowing when we're coming back through them. That's why we're always talking about trading back through a previous range. It's recorded. It's being recorded. So even if you just got here, you can watch it later. I talked about the NQ inside bar already, but we want it to go down, 212 down. Apple. Apple's a great example of not being the first one into a higher time frame signal. So you'll notice last month, Apple hit its magnitude, which was short below here, targeting there, which we did trade this, and we exited at 219.71, which is awesome. Anyway, because the month triggered the quarter, this was a domino. Oops, hold on. I didn't mean to. There you go. The month triggered the quarter. Once it gets there, that's short-term exhaustion because we've hit monthly magnitude. So you'd have to wait for setups to reset up. But That was last month. This is this month. This month, you have a 2 down. You were looking for a 2 up reversal to go outside quarter, I think. Yeah. Potential for outside quarter. Still, we still have a month left. But the first one into the monthly signal is usually the first loser, because it's daily it's some sort of daily magnitude usually. This is not a great example here, but what happened today? So they triggered the quarter yesterday, fell back below. So today you got a 2 up, 2 down reversal with basically this pivot machine gun, right? You had all these stack stops and it took them all out today. And it also triggered, nope, outside week. So it went outside week. This one's just not as clean because we are diddling in the middle of this range. But now what we do know to be true is we are failing the monthly trigger. That's still your range. So potential for outside month, because again, if this candle is your range and you fail one side of it, we're looking to take out the other side, which would re-trigger the quarter. Yeah, I don't know if I have it. Yeah. I don't know what time frame it's on. I just don't like indicators. You can see he's using this pivot high, and this just doesn't do it for me. I caught this one nicely because you made a new low there. I just don't like indicators. I just like my own stuff. And we've got more pivot machine gun. So Apple could fall pretty quickly. Taking out anybody been long in here. This would be your major T1 because I think, yeah, that is a tiny pivot low. Pivot low, pivot low, and I think this would be, nope, where's outside month? It's the 219.38 there. Short exit, basically. So potential for outside month. So your burning formation would look like that since you're failing the month currently. Now, if you get a reversal back up, you'd have to cut your short, and they would potentially be trying to re-trigger the month. So the charts are always moving and changing, and you have to do the same. Dollar Tree. I haven't looked at that stock in forever. Let me delete all this because I don't like it. Wow. Obvious target. Double bottom target. They're gonna try and take that out. You are inside year. They're failing the quarter. They tried to go 2 down, 2 up quarter, but it's not in force. So if they're failing that side, we're looking to go down here. Nothing actionable on the month yet, but if next month, because we only have 2 days left, this is going to become your monthly trigger. That's a 3, 2 up, 2 down. So next month, you'd want that. And this is going to be, ooh, this is actually a really good one because you're going to have a domino, basically. You're going to have, pretend this week's closed. And they just made slight higher highs, right? This is exactly what we want to see. So we would want to see them go inside and down, triggering the month and targeting this double bottom. That's exactly what you would want to see. Alex is fast, but he's really good. And the more you listen to him and understand what he's saying, he becomes a lot less fast. And you can also slow his videos down, which I know a lot of people do. And that's fine. But don't ignore the information because it's too fast. Just slow it down. So this is going to be your first target. Because it's what? It's a major pivot low. It's the lowest low around. Technically, the month will be your first target because that's also a pivot low, but this is even lower. And then target 3 and 4 are down there. But when do they have earnings? Oh, today? Oh, well, kind of a non-event, it looks like. I really like this. I think I'm going to add this to. I'm going to add it to my, so I don't forget about it. Who is Alex? You're kidding. He's my partner at Stat. Alex's Options. You should definitely follow him. He posts a ton of content. Yeah. Like he posts tons of content showing, we were just talking about this, right? Because we see things the exact same way. Look, downside exhaustion, 2-2 reversal, downside exhaustion, inside. Yeah, you gotta follow Alex. Maybe I can, how do I, oh. Copy, can I do this? Paste. There you go. If you don't follow him, you definitely should. And we have a new Strat scanner coming out soon. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We are very excited about it. I'm trying to find this. Nope. Hold on. This is probably not a great picture. Sorry, I am trying to bring this over. So it's kind of what it's going to look like. We're going to have some pre-built scans, full time frame continuity. You're going to be able to scan across multiple time frames. It'll give you hammers, shooters, all these things you see here inside. 2 down in green, 2 up in red. This column we don't like. We're going to change it. But distance to magnitude, so like your profit potential. So for instance, on the trigger for the 2-2 hammer is 52.35 and the magnitude's 55.21, and it's telling you that there's $2.86 of magnitude. And then you can sort these columns however you want them, whether it's in force, whether it's hit magnitude, ATR. It's going to be really awesome. We're really excited. We've been trying to get this done for 3 years now, and we ended up having to kind of switch gears and get some new developers on the project, and they're going fast. Look at this, just beautiful. Boop. Straight to target. I am still in replay mode. I was like, something is off. I do have a trading view template. Oh God, all this. Ugh. I just used a 4 time frame grid, and then this is how it's set up. So the symbol and crosshair checked. That's it. Because I want different time frames, and you have to have it set up like this. So again, click, you see where my mouse is? I like the vertical. Some people like this. I don't like it at all. I think it's smushed and ugly looking. So I use that, and again, you just click on it, select the grid layout that you want, and then check symbol and crosshair. And for my futures, it's a little different. It's basically the same, except I don't have symbol marks because I want to see all 4 of the futures. And I do have the interval on because that's the time frame. So if I go to the hourly, it'll switch to the hourly on all 4 futures, which is how I need it to be. And then I just filter through, like I have my favorites so I can see what they're all doing on each time frame. Well, so my favorite way to trade is domino setups, which, let's see. Trying to think of a good one. Oh, what was I trading today? Was it SMCI? There was a nope. I already deleted it. Crap, what was it? Hold on. I can look in the Discord. And I closed it. the hell am I doing? Sorry. Okay, I am forever stuck on this picture. I don't know what's going on. Let me look on my phone. Oh, I think it was Oklo. I don't know where I just typed the word Oklo. Nope. Okay, so let's say you have a 60-minute inside bar. You can look for actionable signals that will trigger it on a smaller time frame. So here's your 60-minute, it's closed. You have a 15-minute, so you can do, how is it possible? I can't find this again. So you can do something like that to where you're using the 15-minute to trigger the 60. And if it works, you're already in before triggering the 60. And then you've got no reversal against you all the way to low of day. And that's a 6-to-1. Also because you were coming back through, boom, 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 pivot machine gun. Once that 60 triggered. So that's why I like the domino setups. Yeah, I don't know. Like, why is this still? Oh my gosh, I feel silly. Thanks, guys. It was so simple. Just click anywhere off the picture. All right, I've been going for about an hour and 15. I think I am going to get off. Oh, I have some other really exciting news coming out really soon. I can't talk about it yet. I'm sworn to secrecy. But I'm partnering with a I'm partnering with somebody you guys know. It's not a person. It's a I'm afraid I'm going to say too much. It's a company. A little part-time little something something. I should be able to talk about it soon. As soon as they tell me. I'm going to the studio tomorrow. Pretty excited. So yeah, stay tuned for that little announcement. So yeah, we got a lot of fun, exciting stuff going on at Stat with Alex and the scanner and the other new opportunity and just fun things. Good stuff. All right, well, cool. Thank you guys for coming. I had fun. Good questions. Everybody was respectful, which I love and appreciate. Good community. And happy trading. I'll see you guys around. I'm going to be doing more of these kind of things. Get really back into the groove of things. I've been enjoying Florida a little bit too much. So time to get back to what I love to do. So, all right. I'll catch you guys on the internets. Bye.